1, 2. Hi, everybody. So, if you want to put any comments in the live chat, that would be great. And tell me if the sound's working okay. Thanks, Gail. Sound is good. Okay. Fantastic. So, welcome this morning. And we're going to do some planks. There'll be some twisting as well, hamstring stretching, back bending, some baby crow coming up as well. And at the end, I've got my guitar in the background, do a bit of relaxation. And I'll have a little strum while you're relaxing and enjoy. So look forward to all that. If you want to make a comment, you can tell me whereabouts you're currently doing your yoga class from. Maybe it's abroad or in your living room. Good morning, Peter. And we have a series of classes coming up. Gail has one tonight as well, a yin class. If you want to do something more relaxing and chilled out tonight, that is at 7:30. I'm sure Gail will put the link up. There's a link on our Facebook page for that. So feel free to go on and join that group. It's not on our YouTube channel. I think it's on something different. Hi, John, and maybe the wife. This one today is especially for Holly, so hopefully she is online. I know that she loves planks, and that will be something for her to get into today. So this is again my conservatory, where not as much sunlight behind, so I've pointed it towards this direction this morning. When there's a lot of sun, we'll have to turn it the other way around. There is some of the other classes. I'm going to have one of the muscle tension release class, I think in 2 days' time. So that's Wednesday morning maybe. And again, it'll all be on this channel. If you've maybe got a child by your side right now and you don't get to do all of this today, don't worry. You can re-watch any of this and you can fast forward this chat part at that stage too, if you'd like. I know that 1 or 2 have been posting their videos of when they've been doing their yoga classes. I've been amused by them. They've been great. And it's really good to see everybody, as well as me doing this for you today. Good to see everybody's pictures. Again, for those who may have just joined us, feel free to comment at the side of maybe where you are in your house, what you've been doing, and what you would also like to see. In terms of donations for the class, we have it on our homepage on our website. That is optional. It's something that you can do or not. From there, lots of the planks today will build up the variations as we go along. So we'll start a little bit more gentle. For those who are very used to it, you should go straight in to those little bit harder variations, which is just lengthening your lever, like straightening your leg, lifting up a little bit higher. As I said at the end of today, I'm going to strum a little bit of guitar. This is my guitar behind me that you can see here. And I bought this off a friend who comes from Canada. It was a Canadian country singer's guitar, probably 1990s, somewhere around there. Friend that I used to muck about with brought it over with him, had it from a young age. It's Takamine, it's quite a nice guitar and has some nice detailing, which I can maybe put up on this in a second. Has this nice bit in the fretboard and this extra nice bit around here. There's a couple other controls at the top because it's electric acoustic. Look forward to that at the very end. No real props needed today, but if you have a blanket next to you, you could prop that under at any time, under your knee. And sometimes the yoga mats, they're very flexible. You can fold them back in the middle and that will give you a little bit more. And you could also fold the end back to pad up the forearm at any stage. So feel free to do that. I'm Michelle. Good morning. Hi, Hel. Good morning. Thanks for coming. I'm attending this morning. We'll be starting around a minute or two time. We're going to be starting off in a laid position on the floor. We're going to build from that point, build upwards from there. We'll be starting off just a very brief bit of breath work to calm everything down and let everything settle. Also regain a bit of energy if you don't have that at this moment in time. Me and myself, I've been up pretty early, probably 6:30, somewhere around there. Okay, so what I'll get you to do is lie down on your mat, on your back. You can bring your fingertips over your belly button, okay, which should be slightly interlocked, the elbows on the floor. I'll be doing it with you today. It'll be like this. As you lie down, shuffle your hips side to side, use your heels to pull your lower back closer to the floor. Bring your elbows to the side, pull your shoulder blades down, tuck the chin gently towards your chest. This lengthens the neck. Bring the fingers lightly over the belly button, the elbows comfortably on the floor. Bring the hands wider if you need. And then from here, just close your eyes and begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Just a simple breath. As you breathe in, let your stomach rise. The lungs expand. Exhaling slowly. Pull the belly button back down. Draw it slightly in. For those who are used to ujjayi breath, you can use that as well. It's like closing off of the throat. It gives a whispering sound to your breath. Just your last few breaths. One more deep breath in. Exhaling smoothly and gently. Open your eyes and walk your feet in. Pull your knees in. Draw them all the way with your hands. Pull them up to your chest. Do a few circles around to the right side here. They're just small circles so that you press your lower back into the floor. In the other direction. Just little small circles just to settle the lower back, that lumbar spine area. Now pull the knees nice and wide. Hold on to your feet. Could be your ankles behind your thighs. Would be the first position. Ankles, number 2. Number 3, if you can, ball of the foot or the toe. Pull the knees wide and draw them down towards your armpits. Try and pull your shoulders and lower back to the floor instead of having them lifted and pressing down. Shins are vertical towards the roof. Take a few deep breaths in now. It just opens up the inner thighs. A little bit of the low back as well. And just another deep breath. So from here, then lift your chin up, lift your head, look forwards, pull your hips off the floor and around your back. Roll through to the upper back and then forwards to the lower back. Try 4 or 5 of these rocks back and forth. You can build them up a little bit each time and push your toes forwards and pull back with the hands. One more coming all the way up. As you come up, balance. Hopefully you didn't fall. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back and lengthen your lower back. Extend your legs up to where you can. Your knees could still be bent if you find your back relaxed. You pull your feet together. And let go with the hands. Try and keep your chest up tall. Take a few more breaths here. Squeeze the thighs. Feet could be lower down if you need, or like I was there, higher up. So lower the feet to the floor. Then hip width apart, small space. Bring the hands back, turn the fingers out to the side. This is easier on the wrists. They're about 2 or 3 steps behind your body. Pull your shoulder blades back. Push down into the floor. Your shoulders come away from your ears. Lift your hips, either a little bit or a lot. It could be just here, or you can lift all the way up. Your hips can lift as high as they would like. Keep the shoulders pulling back. Take a couple of breaths. With the eyes either looking forwards or relaxing back. Come all the way down. Pull the knees in together, have them bent, and then just hug around the back of the knees. Let your body round forwards, especially that upper back. Rest your head. And lift your head. Your feet hip width apart. Crawl yourself forward to the top. Then move through a forward fold with your feet hip width apart. Bend your knees. It's nice and light then on your lower back. Let your knuckles dangle. Rest on the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to do that. Okay. Just swing both of the hands around towards the right heel. And then all the way around to the left. Just a few times. Just opening up the lower backs. Keep the knees bent. Not looking for any major stretches. Just light beginnings. Got a lot to come. Keep the knees bent and slide the hand up. As you come all the way up to the top, reach your arms above your head. Breathe in. Pull the hands down in front. As you breathe out. We'll start from here, rise up. Deep breath in. And then forward fold all the way down. Hands are beside your feet and your knees to get that. Lift your chest, extend your back, extend the hips, step through your plank and lower all the way down. This could be with your knees on the floor, on or off. Once you get to the bottom, roll the shoulders back, move through a cobra, could be lower high, and then your downward dog. From downward dog here, just bend and straighten your legs, sway the hips a little bit. So it's a nice way to open up your downward dog. Those really lovely stretches around calves and ankles. Hold your downward dog for a few breaths. Most people in this will need to bend their knees to keep their shoulders back. Once you get that point, you straighten the legs until you feel the stretch, extending the hips. So look forward, bend the knees, step your right foot up, bend the left knee, transfer your weight, slide the left toe up. Inhale to gazing pose, you're extending your back. Exhale to forward fold. Take your time. Eyes up. Long in breath up. Pull the hands in front and down. Rising up again on your next in breath. And your right breath to forward fold. Keeping the fingertips or push the palms down. Knees can be bent or flexible, straight. Lift your chest. Breathe in, lengthen your back. And you're through the plank. Again, if you find plank quite difficult, you could roll down. Roll the shoulders back, really squeeze them back and down. Move back to downward dog. Breathe out. Hold your downward dog. If you find this quite difficult, you bring the knees down at any stage. And then go back up, whether rest or holding. Hopefully. One more deep breath in and out. So look forward, bend the knees, step the left foot up. This could be multiple steps if you need to get towards the front. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale and fold. Eyes up. Long breath in to the top. Put the hands in front and down. Keep this moving upwards, breathing in. And add a few cat cows. You'll learn how to move the pelvis so you're safe when you're doing planks. Step back. Can lower through chaturanga or the floor. Yogi's choice. Upward dog or cobra. And downward dog. Once you get to downward dog, lift your heels, lower your knees to the floor. Okay, so you've roughly got your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Tabletop, take a deep breath in here. As you breathe out, start with the lower back and round the lower back. Put the pelvis under. Wind the upper back, tuck the chin to your chest. Push through the floor. And the opposite. Tailbone the opposite way. While the shoulders back. Lift your chin. Breathing in. And breathing out. We'll do a few of these. It's just going to weaken up your spine. Encourage fluid through. There's the sun just popped out. Just a couple more. Each time you extend your spine like this, lifting your chin, extending your hips back, breathe in, and you flex your spine through this cat. Breathe out, squeeze the hips, and pulls the hips under more. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Through to your cat. Inhale to tabletop, that halfway point. Between those two, bring the toes lightly on the floor, breathe in, exhale, move back, downward dog. A few more breaths. So look forwards, big step up. Again, this could be multiple steps if you need. Inhale, lengthen. Torso, exhale, and forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Sweep overhead, reach high. Strongly lift the shoulders as you reach the hands up and pull the hands down. Begin again and rise upwards. You should just be starting to warm up a little. Exhaling down, folding into your legs. Inhaling as you lengthen your spine. Step back, move through your plank, going downwards. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Lift your heels, lower your knees, tuck your toes, or just walk your hands back, yourself up. So when you're doing this next side plank, what you're trying to do is again pull the side of the body away from the floor. Never let anything collapse. If you collapse into your arm until your shoulder lifts up, compresses the side. Okay? So you're going to put your right forearm down on the floor as you lie onto your side. Okay, so you can just check that you're roughly your elbow, shoulder in line. As you push away from this, the shoulder will become behind the elbow a little bit as you extend. Okay, so the bottom leg, which is your right leg, it's bent on the floor, left foot out. And then from here, left hand just to hold you in place. Push through the arm and the knee, lift your hip up. Rise up with your left arm. You can look up to the left hand, or if you want, you can look down to the right thumb. Push away from the floor. Take a few more deep breaths. To brace your stomach in, squeeze your hips. So your hips don't push back. And then come all the way down gently. Just switch to the opposite side. So we're warming up this side plank. So you can see the bottom leg here, bend the leg back. Let your hips push back, squeeze them. Good. Right fingertips on the floor. Press through the arm. Push away from the floor. So your shoulder comes slightly behind the arm. Lift up the right arm if you can. Again, these will get progressively more difficult. So you just start off a slightly easier one, but again, if you're not used to it, you may want to stay on this variation. Try and push the hip high into the air without pushing them back. Straight to the side. Deep breath in. Bring the hand down. The hand to your stomach. Bring both elbows underneath. Okay, the main thing is when you do the plank, don't let the lower back sink into the floor. Tuck your toes down to push down through the toes. Your knees on the floor, and you lift the hips. This lower back, you want to squeeze your bottom to lengthen your lower back. So it's resisting the stomach falling down, that lower stomach. Tilt it in this way. And hold on the floor. Brace your belly button in and take some deep breaths. We'll take 5 breaths here. So you push your feet, your knees down, your arms down. Don't let your shoulder blades collapse. And keep the shoulders away from the ears. If you need to rest at any time, you can come in and out of any move. Good. Push your hips back. Up all the way up. Okay, downward dog. Downward dog. Just holding. Knees could be bent. Stomach close to the thighs, or as you extend the legs, tilt those hips up. Take a few breaths. You can even move the neck around if you'd like. in any direction. So let's look forward, step to your hands to the front. Again, you can slide or take multiple steps. Lift your chest, extend your spine, breathe in, gaze, and down as you breathe out. Forward fold, rise to the top. Then breath, the hands down. We'll begin again and do some more of those planks. A little bit more difficulty added to them. Coming up. Inhale as you lengthen. Step through to your plank. Chaturanga. Bird dog. Inhaling, opening your chest. Downward dog. As you exhale. Let's lift those heels. With the knees to the floor. Put your right forearm down. Come on to your side. Instead of being on your knee, put the outside of the foot on the floor. Straighten the leg. And try and keep your shoulder, your hip, your foot in line. You don't want your hip again to push back. Okay, the left foot can be in front. Raise the left arm up. Then push the shoulder away and lift up high. Or lift away from the floor without rotating that left shoulder down. Keep it up. Push away. Lift the hips. Either look up or down. Brace the belly button in. Squeeze the hips. Take one more breath. All the way down. Turn over. Immediately to the other side. Extend the legs. So that top foot comes over just a little bit. Flex the bottom leg. Bottom foot. Okay. Start with the fingers on the floor. Lift up. You should push the shoulder away. Lift the arm in the air. Look either up or down. Lift the hips. Squeeze the hips. Brace the stomach. Take some breaths. Take one more breath in. Lower everything down. Come on to your front. Onto the forearms. And if you find that you need extra padding, simply you can fold the mat a little bit, or if you've got a blanket next to you, use that as well. This next one could be extended plank. You use the feet to rock yourself forward and back. That's optional. Again, put your knees on the floor first. Lift your torso, squeeze your hips so it pulls under. You can see the back. My hips in the Donald Duck shape in my lower back. And squeeze the hips, pull it under, extend the knees. Either holding here on your knees. If you want to make this harder, just pull the feet back a little bit. And then push the heels towards the back wall. And then pull yourself forwards towards your hands. Go on your tippy toes. Don't let the lower back sink. And push back. And then forwards. One more. On your knees. Walk your hands back. Tabletop. Breathe in. Toes down. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe out. Should feel a lot of warmth now. So look forward. I'm going to add on a few more moves here. So step your right foot between your hands. Bring the left foot up and about 2 to 3 feet in between. All the way up. Extend your arms in the air. Straighten your legs. And then bring your hands behind your back. Have your lower hand on your lower back. Pull the shoulders back with the elbows. Pull them down. Straighten both legs. Lean forwards towards your front right toe. Now you can stay up high to extend your back. A bit more flexible if you keep extending and you manage to get your stomach on your thigh. Your shoulders pull back. You can lean forward, fold down. Doesn't matter where you are. Find the sensations. Like every move. Take a few more deep breaths. Squeeze the thighs so the knees lift. Come all the way up. Reach the arms in the air. Up nice and tall. Couple hands beside the feet again. Step the foot back. That left foot in a plank. The right foot behind you. Vinyasa in between. Forwards. Lift up and through. Pull those shoulder blades back. Exhale. Downward dog. Step the left foot forwards. So bring that right foot in. Again, 3 steps. Lift up with your arms. Straighten your legs. And your hands again to the lower back. You could be doing a reverse prayer here as well. Those who are used to it. Pull the shoulder blade back. Move forwards with your chest. Try and lift your chest forwards. Pull the elbows back. And your stomach towards your thigh. If you feel good contact with the stomach and the thigh and the rib cage, as you open out, that's the time when you can start and fold. If you're not at that stage, don't worry. Keep extending your chest. 3 deep breaths. All the way up. Put your arms in the air. Your hands down in front. Step the right foot back for your plank. Left foot goes back as you roll down. Forwards, open up. Exhale, downward dog. Sweep your right foot back in the air and lunge that foot beside your hands. Lower the back knee once you get here on the floor. You could be in your fingertips, your fist or the palm on the ground on the left side. Just push your hips a little bit forwards. Open up your hand to the right side. A bit of a twist as much as your body allows. Then come back with the right hand to the floor. You can do this with the knee on or off the floor at this stage. Twist as much as you can, not just to the roof, but opening your chest, pushing your shoulder blade back. One more. Hold for a few breaths here. Bring the right hand down. Vinyasa. Cobra could be here instead of upward dog. Downward dog. Sweep the left foot back. Move it to the top. Lower your back knee first. Set up your right hand the same way you did the left. Open up. Push steps a little bit forward. Breathe in. Open. And breathe out and move down. Again, the knee can be on the floor or off. As you open, exhale to roll down. Do this one more time with a hold. Get a few more breaths. All the way down. Move through your vinyasa. Vinyasa is optional. You could simply go back to your downward dog instead of through this vinyasa. Let your downward dog. Once you get there for a few breaths. Lift your heels, lower your knees. Sit back briefly as you untuck the toes. Relax your head either on your hands or to the floor. Put your hands wherever you would like. Near your feet, at the front, or stacked. Recover your breath. So inhale deep through your nose. Expand your stomach, your rib cage. Exhale slowly. Take a few of those breaths. Get this recovery so you can work harder coming up. Up in your own time. Move through downward dog. Just pedal it out a few times. See again a little bit of a sway in the hips. Stretch. Open the calves and the Achilles. So you can sweep that right foot back behind. And watch you don't hit my plant. And then move the foot forwards. Step, half a step with that left foot. Bend the knees. Lift the arms in the air. Reach overhead. You straighten your back leg, but you're up in the ball of the foot. Turn your whole body with your arms out to the side, to the right, turning into the right leg. You want to twist the upper body, extend the arms. This backhand can either be straight or else in your low back. You're going to lean into your right foot and extend your front leg, but twist the upper body to the right side. You can stay up high here or move lower. So you're trying to twist the upper body to the side. You can either be up high or down low. You're trying to extend the leg. Put that back foot to the floor. The arms all the way up briefly. Breathe in. Exhale, lower the back knee. Step that left foot back through your plank. Vinyasa or downward dog. Sweep the left foot back from this downward dog and move it to the front. Okay, step the back foot in, half a step, bend the knee, lift up with your arms, breathe in, extend the back leg straight. Hands out to the side. So twist your upper body to the left, lean into your left leg, extend the front leg, float the back toe. And then you can stay up high here. A hand could be lower back or open. And then you can move through this twisted half moon. Again, you can be lower down, higher up. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are. Bring the foot down to the back. Lift the arms up, breathe in. Reach up high. Bring the hands to the floor. Bring back when you step the right foot back. Vinyasa or climber dog. Lower your knees to the floor. Lift your hand back. Yourself up. So we're going to go through our planks. This one, same as the last one, except for that your arm is straight. You can still stay in your forearm. Had any issues in the wrist, it's probably better to be in the forearm instead. For this one, we're going to also lift the leg that's on the top. It gets kind of more difficult progressively. Okay, so you start here in your plank. Just extend. Make sure your index finger points forwards, and then turn on to the left side of your body and the other foot. Raise the right arm up, push away from the floor, and then you can raise the right leg up. A little bit or a lot. Again, if you find it difficult, keep it on the floor. Bring that right hand down through the plank. Turn your body to the other side on the knife edge of your right foot. Lift your arm up. You can lift the left foot, either low or high. Watch my plant. Sorry, heel. And bring the foot down. Vinyasa. Lower your knees. Child's pose. Either stack the hands, rest the head, close back. A few breaths in your child's pose. Again, just recover your breathing. Two more breaths, long time. And walk yourself up. Come upright. Next one is dolphin. We're going to strengthen the shoulders by leaning forwards and then pushing back. Feet, we're going to begin a little bit further towards your forearms. Okay, so in this one, it's told fists together. Make sure the elbows don't go out wide. Still keep them shoulder width, roughly here. Okay, press forearms into the floor. You can start with the hips in the air, tuck your toes underneath, walk your knees a little bit in. Okay, from here, press down through the arms. You lift the hips in the air. You're on your tippy toes and ball the foot. Then you're going to lean forwards a little bit or a lot towards your hands, even pass towards the floor with your chin, and then push back. Try it 3 to 5 times, whatever suits you. If you find this very difficult, keep your knees on the floor and do the same style of thing. Again, minimum of 3, up to 5. Knees down or off the floor. Once you're there, you've finished, lie forwards on the ground. Bend the elbows. Just roll down your pelvis, stomach, chest to the ground. When you get to your walking feet back a little, shuffle the hips right and left. Bring the feet a bit apart. Bring them into the air and flex the toes. Hold on to your ankles. Good. From here, pull the shoulder blades back. Down away from the ears. Push the feet towards the back wall and towards the rib. Lift so you balance on your stomach. Every time you breathe in, try and push and lift higher with your chest especially. Every time you breathe out, push your feet higher. Breathe in and out. 2 more breaths. One more. Relax down. Your knuckles touch the floor, turn your head. Take a few breaths. Maybe you notice your heartbeat on the ground, the stage. Close your eyes, take those last couple of breaths. And just try and slow it down. Bring your hands in. Come on up. Back on your heels again. Which is optional. You don't have to sit right back. Keep you up a little. This is for you. So we're going to do baby crow. This is great. So forearm balance. Works your core. Really get in nice and tight. So as long as you can do this and have your knees close to your arms, you can do baby crow. It's everything else goes out. Just put your hands on the floor in this way. Don't let the elbows slide out because this brings you further into the floor. Keep pulling them in. Push down so it works the muscles under the armpits. Okay, pressing into the floor. Okay, just tuck your toes underneath. Put your hands down. Keep those elbows in, shoulder width apart. And then from here, walk your knees quite close to your elbows. Put your knees wide, not that wide. As you tuck your toes in, you want to lean your nose forward towards your thumbs. Then you're lifting your hips in the air. You're just going to hold. Push down, lift. Let's get a few breaths here. Lowering down, back up. Roll the shoulders up, back and down 3 times. Then the opposite direction, back, up and forwards 3 times. So you're going to bring your hands back on the floor in the same way. Bring your knees towards your arms, near the elbows. Your knees a bit wide, tuck your toes in. So as you lift up in the same position, you're going to walk your knees up to your arms, then move to the tip of your toes. Your body leans forward, takes weight off the toes, don't press back. You're leaning forward, the nose towards your thumbs. Ready? Here we go. You can see my nose is off the floor, pushing down into the ground. Your toes could be down if you need. Relax, come on, take a rest. We're going to be doing this one more time. Rest beforehand. Child's pose. 3 to 4 breaths. Visualize yourself doing the move, floating in the air, or just feeling stronger. It's not all about lifting the feet off the floor, strengthening the upper body. Okay, come on up. Back into the position. Again, 3 up to 5 breaths. It's great for today. Forearms are down. Your knees are right. Toes tucked underneath. Now lean your nose forward or else all the weight's back by your feet. Lean the nose forward to the thumbs. Push into the floor before you start to lift. Lift your knees, move forwards, and then lift your toes. Toes can still be on the floor, but your weight will be further back towards the toes. And bring it back. Sit yourself up in front of your mat. Hips are roughly in the middle. Shake your legs out a little bit, right and left. Good. Lift your shoulders and roll them back. 3 times. The other direction a few times. Bring your feet together. Bring your hands about 2 or 3 steps behind. Turn your fingers out. You can lock the legs out straight. This is a lot like the one at the start. The harder knees bent. This makes it harder with your legs out. If you need to, still bend the knees. Shoulders pull back. Feet press down towards the floor. Squeeze the legs. Lift your hips again. Could be a little bit. Come up and down. It's a lot of pressure on the wrists. Pull your shoulders back. Push into the floor. So you lift up. Again, you can look forwards, or if it feels good in your neck, you can let it open up and roll back. One more breath. Lift the hips higher. Lower them all the way down. Your out breath. Bend your knees a little bit. Hug on the back of your thighs. Lift your upper body as tall as you can and lengthen your lower back. Slide down the reach for your toe. Pull on your toe and lift your chest up. Pull your stomach into your thighs. Bend your elbows and start to fold chest down onto your legs. Elbows out wide. This seems easy. Start to straighten the legs out until you feel a stretch. Using point could be at your toes. If you're forward, you might need to shuffle your hips a little bit. Another 3 to 4 breaths. You can fold deeper towards your legs if you wish. Again, just keep a steady breath. Extend your arms, lift your chest, breathe in. All the way back. Bend your knees, come towards the front. Grab onto the big toe. Lift your feet from the floor. Lengthen your back. Extend your legs. Okay, you ready? Bend your knees. Round your spine. Okay, slowly as you can, you're going to roll back. Really tilt your hips, front of your hips up towards your chest. Round your back as much as you can. Pull your chin in. Very, very slowly. If you're back already, get back up. Try and go as slow as this. So your lower back, slowly and gently, hopefully becoming in contact. And then, as you come all the way back, move to a happy baby. Just pull the knees out wide, down towards the armpits. The shoulders pull on the floor and the lower back. Pull the knees as wide as you can. And draw the knees down. 3 deep breaths. And your knees together, hug them all the way in, and do a few circles around to the right side. And around to the left. Set the feet on the floor. Extend the legs out. Move into relaxation. Will cool down a bit, so if you need a blanket or anything beside you, put it on. Straighten the legs out on the floor. Pat the knees over back with both knees. Keep the knees bent, the feet wide and knees together. Otherwise, move your pelvis around right and left. Float the hips so that the lower back is closer to the floor. Turn the palms up to the roof. Let the knuckles rest on the ground. And shuffle your shoulder blades, upper back. Tuck the chin down towards your chest. And now close your eyes. If you've worked with Ujjayi breath, please release that and just let your breath ease into a natural pattern. Let your legs relax. And simply allow your whole body to sink down. Let's get a bit of time to let any tension go from your body. This relieves pressure on your mind also. As you lie back and relax, you let all your muscles soften so that they become heavier and heavier on the ground. As they become heavier, you notice less tension. Just relax for the next minute or two. Allow your body to breathe. Allow yourself to relax. Place where you're not sleeping, not awake, it's somewhere in the middle. Just feel so relaxed in your body. Start to take a deep breath in. Expand your rib cage and your stomach. Exhaling gently and slowly in your own time. Let's do a few of those full deep breaths in and out. As you breathe in next, move your fingers and your toes. Start to circle around and the ankles and then around the wrists. A few times in each direction. Walk your feet in. Pull your knees to your chest. Squeeze them in. Take a deep breath in As you breathe out, lift your nose up to your knees, curl it into a little ball as tightly as you can to see where you can get to today. And then set your head and your feet to the floor. Support your head on the right side with your hand. Rolling on to the right side in your own time. Take a deep breath in and out and open your eyes. Start to push through your hands and then guide yourself up to a seated position. Put your hands together in front of your heart space here. Lift your shoulders up, pull them back and down. Namaste. Thanks for joining me for this practice this morning. If you'd like to join it, we've got it on our website. We've got another class tonight. Gail has. She's posted 1 or 2 links. And have a really, really nice day. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.